It's never too late to start building wealth for you and your loved ones. Yes, the earlier you start creating wealth, the better position you will be in later life. But if you've just turned 50 or are closer to turning 60, there are still plenty of steps you can take to maximize your personal wealth. As your retirement timeline shortens, how you save and invest during this decade will affect the rest of your life. However, by your 50s, your credit score and ability to borrow start taking a backseat to your ability to pay down your debts in preparation for retirement. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, as every week we bring you great videos on how to make money and give you the life you want. So what should you be doing right now? Pay off all unsecured debts. If you still have any unsecured debts, such as personal loans, credit card balances, it's time to pay them off once and for all. Knock out high-interest debts one by one. With each debt you pay off, you'll have more money each month to put toward the next debt. In the meantime, make sure you don't add any fresh debt. If that means cutting your credit cards in half or locking them in a safe, so be it. Whatever it takes, ditch your unsecured debts, and start paying off your credit card balances in full each month. Start thinking about paying off secured debts too. Secured debts, such as a car loan or home mortgage, come with lower interest rates. That makes eliminating them a lower financial priority. By paying off a debt, you effectively earn a return equal to the interest rate you were paying on it. If you pay off a car loan at 5% interest, you earn the equivalent of a 5% return on the money you put toward paying it off early. Consider arranging biweekly payments for your auto loan or home loan. Set up half-month payments to go out every 2 weeks, to make 26 half-month payments per year, the equivalent of 13 months' payments. You won't notice the difference in your budget, but you'll pay down your loan balance faster. Reconsider life insurance. People with dependents need life insurance. It makes sense for single breadwinner households and for families heavily reliant on one partner's income. By your 50s, however, your children may have already moved out of the nest. Your spouse may be able to get by financially if you were to kick the bucket between their income and your existing nest egg. Which means you may not need life insurance anymore. Review your household finances and decide whether that life insurance premium wouldn't serve your family better invested for retirement. Look at your lifestyle in a new light. If you don't absolutely love your work, the neighborhood and city where you live, your hobbies, or your home and commute, it's time to make a change. Too many adults simply go through the motions, living in the same town where they grew up, working a job they stumbled into, and otherwise drifting along with life's current. Grab a paddle and take control instead. If you feel tied to your town due to a job, look into remote jobs or negotiating remote work with your current employer. Reevaluate your housing. That large suburban home may have been just the right size for a family of 4 or 5. But as your kids move out, do you really need a 3, 4, or 5 bedroom house? Remember, your housing costs don't end at your rent or mortgage. They also include maintenance, utility bills, and more. You could save considerable time and money across the board by downsizing. You don't need to keep paying a huge mortgage and oversized utility bills each month just to house your grown kids' old toys and junk. Have your kids clean them out the next time they're visiting, and stop wasting so much time and money maintaining a family-size home if you no longer need it. Protect your brain and physical health. When your physical health or brain health suffers, your finances suffer. Aside from higher medical bills, poor health can boost your health insurance premiums, and make it far more difficult to find and keep high-income jobs. And brain health problems can cause cognitive declines that make it harder to continue working or managing your own finances. If you don't work out at least 3 or 4 times a week, start now. Lose weight, build strength, and extend your life expectancy along the way. By doing so, you can also increase your odds of continuing to work and earn money well into your 60s or even 70s. Map your remaining career. Statistics regarding older workers that have been pushed out of their jobs says, many took a deep pay cut when they eventually found work again. Some never did find work again. Don't let that happen to you. Give some thought to how you want to spend your remaining career. That might include pursuing new certifications, new contacts, even new degrees. It's never too late to make a career change, so bring that intentionally and lifestyle design to bear as you map out the next decade or two of your career. Get clear on your retirement goals. Start with 2 simple questions. How much do I need to set aside for retirement? When do I want to retire? The first question depends on your projected annual spending in retirement. If you don't know how much you plan to spend each year after retiring, get clear on that figure. The less you need, the sooner you can retire. Which raises the second question of when you want to reach financial independence and be able to live entirely on your nest egg. Boost your retirement account contributions. First, make sure you take full advantage of employer matching contributions toward a retirement plan. It's something every employee with the option should do, regardless of their age, because it's effectively free money. Update your estate plan. Dust off your last will to make sure it's up to date. Does it include all your current assets? Do you still want your money distributed the same way? What about any minor children and pets? If you don't have one, create it now. Try Trust and Will as a simple but effective online option. If you've accumulated some wealth, you may want to create a trust to continue growing, managing, and distributing your assets long after you shuffle off this mortal coil. Don't be afraid to get expert help. Now, if you need a little extra income, here are a few ideas for you. Become a consultant. It turns out that the growing throng of freelancers isn't made purely of fresh-faced 20-somethings straight out of college. The current gig economy can actually be broken up into 2 major segments. One is made of youngsters. The second is made of older, experienced workers who are self-employed or work as independent contractors. 23% of those 55 through 64 are either self-employed or working as independent contractors. Even if you have a full-time job working for someone else, you can make extra money as a consultant. If you've worked for decades in education, medicine, or as a creative director, legal or financial professional, or human resources specialist, consider offering your expertise as a consultant. You'll be able to earn money on your own time and can set your own rates. Take up a new side hustle. Side hustling can be a great way to expand your skill set, or provide a rewarding revenue stream that's refreshingly different from your current career. If you're glued to a desk or stuck in office meetings all day, take up dog walking or pet sitting. Do you enjoy trekking around town and meeting new people? Perhaps delivering food for DoorDash or signing up to be a rideshare driver can give you a much-needed change from your routine. Rent out a room in your house. If the kids are grown and have left the nest, consider renting out that spare room in your home. If you have the space, renting a room even for just a few days a month is a great way to grab some extra income. Invest in income-producing real estate. Investing in rental income is a highly personal choice. It largely depends on your financial situation, and how purchasing property that you could produce income plays into your long-term plans. It could also lead to some life-changing decisions. For instance, if you don't currently have the wherewithal to purchase real estate, you might have to sell your home and downsize. And if you don't want to be tangled up in the stress and work of maintenance and repairs of a new home, you'll want to hire a property manager. Aside from the ever-present focus on saving for retirement in your 50s, start putting thought into what your life will actually look like after you retire. Or, as the case may be, after you ditch your current high-stress career for a fulfilling second act. As you look into ways to reduce your living expenses, you might find that you don't need as much money as you previously thought in order to retire. Especially if you work a post-retirement gig that provides fun and fulfillment, on your own terms. That's it for this week's video. Please leave a comment below.